Hello, everyone. I'm sure by now it's no longer news to you that the Nigerian police force abducted DELE Farotimi from his office in Lagos and took him all the way to Ekiti State. The manner in which we saw he was abducted was was can just be described as bandits coming in or terrorists coming into someone's house and actually abducting the person. While they abducted him, manhandled some of the staff and took away, or should I say, stole all the phones of the staff there, including Dele Farotimi's lawyer. They took it all out there. But one of the things I'll say to you, which is why I'm doing these videos, to see how Nigerians have responded, because a lot of Nigerians have come out to condemn the act and support and be in solidarity with Mr. Dele Farotimi. Well, the report out there is that, there's a case of defamation that was brought forth by Afe Babalola, the senior advocate who is in his late 90s, I believe, who felt that a book that Dele Farotimi had written, that he defamed him. And then the issue is that Afe Babalola is a lawyer, a son. I think he has been a lawyer for over 60 years. Dele Farotimi is a lawyer. And if you have issue, the law has put out a way to put it to address your issue. If Chief Afe Babalola feels defamed, then he goes to the court. Why are you soliciting the police to abduct a citizen because you feel angry at what he had written about you? At the same time, also, why is the police why is the Nigerian police force readily available for anyone to use them as a weapon of oppression? To the extent they have been going after him, harassing his staff, harassing people around him, trying to lure people. They had even arrested someone else for this whole trying to get him. He did a press conference the day before yesterday, and then yesterday they went and they picked him up. There is another person who had, filed charges against him, against the Farotimi, and that one went to the police and they invited him and he went, which is the way it's supposed to be. If you have any issue, nobody say you should not go to the police, and the police should not behave in a criminal way. They should do the needful, the way it's laid down by law. Invite you over, get your statement, do whatever it is that needs to be done. But this whole abduction is as if someone somewhere is trying to show that, he is powerful. But you know what? No matter how powerful you think you are, you can never be more powerful than the people. As it is right now, a lot of comments have been coming in from different people, showing solidarity with Dele Farotimi. I'll start with Atedo Peterside, Mr. Atedo Peterside, who said, the people writing petitions against Dele Farotimi, along with their errand boys in the Nigerian police, have actually defamed themselves far more than Dele could ever have done. There is no hiding place for them. Dele Farotimi is a brilliant intellectual and a detribalized Nigeria who epitomizes the conscience of the nation. By their actions, they have confirmed that Dele is giant, that they are afraid of. So that's from Atedo Peter's side, putting that out. The Nigerian Bar Association has also put out a statement, and it's a statement by the Nigerian Bar Association on the arrest of Dele Farotimi and alleged invasion of his law firm. The Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) is gravely concerned about the arrest of Dele Farotimi on allegations of libel, as well as the reported invasion of his law firm and the harassment of lawyers and staff within the premises. These actions constitute a troubling breach of the rule of law and sanctity of the legal profession. While the Nigerian police force has the authority to investigate crimes, this power must be exercised within the confines of the law and in respect of offenses recognized under Nigerian law. We must reiterate that the alleged offense of libel, for which Dele Farotimi was reportedly arrested is not recognized as criminal offense under the laws of Lagos State. The Criminal Law of Lagos State 2011 repealed the criminalization of defamation by omitting it from its provisions. This progressive legislative move aligns with global best practices which treat defamation as a civil wrong rather than a criminal offense. The Supreme Court in Aviomo versus Commissioner of Police and Ano 2021 affirmed this position. Justice Helen Ogunwumuji JSC unequivocally held that defamation ceased to be a criminal offense in Lagos State following the enactment of the Criminal Law of Lagos State 2011. This authoritative pronouncement leaves no room for doubt. Furthermore, under Section 4 and 24 of the Police Act 2020, the Nigerian Police Force is mandated to act only about conduct that constitutes criminal offense under Nigerian law. Arresting individuals for non-criminal matters such as defamation in Lagos State is not only unlawful but also a blatant violation of the principles of legality and the rule of law. Of equal concern is the report of invasion of DELE Farotimi's law firms and the harassment of lawyers and staff within the premises. Reports that funds were confiscated from lawyers and staff during this invasion highlights a severe disregard for the sanctity of legal practice and the constitutional rights of individuals. The legal profession is a cornerstone of justice and democracy, and any attempt to undermine its independence is direct assault on the rule of law. The NBA unequivocally condemns the invasion of Mr. Farotimi's law firm and the harassment of the lawyers and staff and the unlawful seizure of their funds. Such actions are not only a violation of the constitutional right to dignity and privacy, but also an affront on the independence of the legal profession. We therefore demand the immediate release of Dele Farotimi as his arrest lacks any basis under the laws of Lagos State. The authorities must swiftly launch an investigation into the invasion of his law firm with the findings made public and those responsible held accountable. We urge law enforcement agencies to prioritize the principles of legality, fairness, and respect for human rights in their operations. These principles are foundational to justice, democracy, and the protection of citizens' freedoms. And it was signed Mazi Afamosigwe, son, President, Nigeria Bar Association. Mr. Peter Obi also yesterday put out a statement, and I'm going to take that particular statement now that Mr. Peter Obi did. And he said, I just learned of the arrest of Dele Farotimi, a respected human rights lawyer and advocate, over an allegation of defamation. This action is a gross misuse of police powers and a grave assault on the principles of democracy and justice in Nigeria. I condemn this action in totality. It represents not only an attempt to intimidate opposing voices from questioning authority, it is also a worrying signal to every Nigerian who loves and values freedom of expression and dares to demand accountability and transparency. The Nigeria Police Force exists to protect the rights of citizens, not to suppress them. Defamation by its nature is a civil matter that should be addressed in court through due legal process in line with the dictates of the rule of law in a democracy. As a private citizen, former governor, and even today, I am frequently defamed, insulted, and lied about and against, yet I have never resorted to using the Nigerian police or filing reports to silence others. Those who feel otherwise should seek redress through the proper legal channels, not by weaponizing the police or abusing their access to authority or state power. The resort to police action in this case risks of abuse of power and raises serious concerns about the independence and professionalism of the police as a civil force. I hereby request that Dele Farotimi should be released immediately and unconditionally. The police must recognize that their allegiance is to the Constitution and the people of Nigeria, not to the narrow interest in the behest of those in power. A new, more just and fair Nigeria is possible, and it was signed Peter Obi. Well, there are many more out there. Many more. If I was to go on to keep reading about everyone who has spoken, we will spend like hours. This video will be hours long. But I just quickly want to add from someone also, Dr. Obi Ezekwesili also added her voice where she said, just read the disturbing news on the great active citizen DELE FAROTIMI. As a police NG, that's the Nigerian police force, made a statement yet on what they know or have learned about his whereabouts. DELE speaks the mind of majority of the Nigerian citizens every time he speaks truth to power. His right to continue to keep the government accountable in all his dealings must be protected. I advise the IGP to ask his officers to provide an update on Mr. Farotimi and secure his release urgently. There is so many more people out there, demanding for the release of Mr. DELE FAROTIMI. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, injustice to one is injustice to all. Today is DELE FAROTIMI. Tomorrow, it could be anyone else. Thank you. Bye.